So playlist item 1, 2, and 3. Right there, easy. I'm going to put ProPresenter down here so I can see it at the very bottom of my screen. And then I'm going to map a MIDI channel to the IAC driver. If you don't have this set up, there's plenty of videos out there. You go into the audio MIDI setup of your computer and enable the IAC driver. This allows your computer to communicate with itself with MIDI information. So I've got the IAC driver. I've set up ProPresenter in the settings of ProPresenter to accept the input from the IAC driver and also accept the input of the network. So there's plenty of great tutorial videos out there how to get all those connected, all those working. I'm just going to show you in operation and not go through the details that you can find online. So I've got ProPresenter MIDI track going through the IAC driver, and then ProPresenter down here is accepting this information. So the very beginning of the song, I'm going to set up a playlist item, and here is my ProPresenter bank. I've got playlist items, which are the individual songs. The playlists are your sets. So your playlist over here, your sets. But then the playlist item is the individual songs in that set. So I need playlist item 1 for the first song. And then I have slide 1, and this is doing our macro for background on the screens and our first lighting cue. So when I launch into this song,
intro, 2, 3,
playlist item 1, 4, and then slide 1 right there.
Verse.
And then here's the verse cue coming up.
3, 4.
For some reason, my computer's being a little bit slow. These lyrics are coming up late. It's always good to map out a little bit before the lyric comes up. If I was building this out, I'd typically go through the song, kind of sing along, and put the cue right where the lyric starts. And then I grab the entire thing and back it all up. A couple beats or however long it takes for me to be able to read the lyric on the screen and start singing it. I'm awful with lyrics. I can't remember them to save my life. So if I can read the lyric and be able to sing along with a song, I know our congregation can. All right, and then we go through the whole song. Let's check verse 3.
Verse 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so that's off somewhere. So this is sending the wrong information.
Verse.
Let's see where this is happening. So this is slide, get out of draw mode. Slide 24, and it should be slide 23, I believe. Is where that verse starts. No, slide 19. Let's see. So verse 1, oof, ProPresenter. It's running slow. It's probably because I'm doing a screen recording and running Google Chrome, Ableton, and ProPresenter. Okay, verse 2, and then verse 3 starts on 35. So right here, yep. So I need to map out that verse. So this is good. I'll be able to map out the verse and show you guys. Unless I wanted to just edit down, get rid of the extra choruses in the song. But our tech crew at church has sent me this ProPresenter, so there's probably a reason they're putting the choruses back in there. We typically only do verse, chorus, verse, verse, and then bridge of whatever song we're doing. And that way our songs are a lot smaller than doing the entire arrangement and having to change arrangement every time. We typically just do the sections of the song, and I'll pull from that those sections to do whatever arrangement we want to do of the song. But in this case, we kind of have a full run through of the song, so I'm just going to map it out as it sits, because tomorrow at church it's going to be, we have a Thursday night. This is a Wednesday morning. I'm editing down tracks right now. It's going to be a lot smoother if I go ahead and edit to the ProPresenter that they sent. So slide 35 is the start of verse 3. So I'm going to go to my ProPresenter Ableton folder over here. And go to slide 35.
3, 4.
And go ahead and map to where I had the other slides placed. And, uh-oh. There it is. Oof. This is running so slow. It's taken a few seconds to even register the change. They proclaim, God, how great thou art. And then it should be back to the chorus right here.
3, 4.
No, I'm one slide off. I need to check the whole song then. Verse 1 was on.
2, 3, 4.
I guess increase my sample size.
Chorus.
And the
2,
chorus.
3, 4.
Oh. So this is a new ProPresenter we haven't used before. Or maybe it's not been edited down yet. So slide 10 is where the chorus starts. So it'll be slide 10, slide 11, 12, 13, 14. The reason I have to manually place these slides like this is because each slide is the actual velocity of the same note. So this G-1 note right here, so slide 15 is 15 velocity, the dynamic of that note. And so you have 127 different velocity notes that you could send, and so we have 127 slides that we could potentially send here.
Turn around. 2, 3, 4.
And how great thou art. And then I'll
Verse. 2,
take it off.
3, 4.
Oh, what is going on with this slide? So 18 is a blank. So I'll do 17 here instead of 16. And then where I put the blank slide, do 18 there, and then I gotta start this verse on 19. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this chorus and turn. Just go ahead and copy my work because I'm gonna paste it to the next chorus. All right, verse should be slide 19 and then moving forward from there.
3, 4.
And then I copied the chorus right here.
3, 4.
The lyrics are coming up late because my computer's running very slow. What I was saying about manually placing the slides instead of doing velocities, I wish there was a way in Ableton to grab a whole section of velocities and just bring them all down by 1, 2, 3 ticks, but it's a logarithmic drawing in Ableton. So if I grab slides or velocity 10 through 15 and I try to take it up 1 tick, it'll go to 11, 13, 15, 19, 27. It'll move them all logarithmically instead of just up by a single unit for all of them. So a little frustrating that I can't just grab a section and move them all to the correct slides. But I've learned to just place as a workaround real quick. All right, so then we have another turn. Should be a blank slide.
3, 4.
Yep, and then we've already mapped out verse 3. This chorus, we're gonna go ahead and paste the chorus that we worked on before.
Chorus 2, 3, 4.
And then go ahead and do the down chorus as well.
Chorus. Breakdown.
Cool.
Chorus 2, 3, 4.
To thee, how great thou art. Okay. And then we'll do
And 2.
Then sings my soul. We're gonna do a chorus right here.
2, 3.
And sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Should be next half. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art,
2, 3.
how great thou art. Huh. Is this just being slow or?
And 2.
Uh-oh. Did we copy the wrong chorus over? Let's see.
3, 4,
Oh, you know what? I bet this has another How Great Thou Art. Because this song is not our original way that we do it. It does. Okay, so 13 is, slide 13 is another How Great Thou Art. Hmm. So 14, Then Sings My Soul. 15, My Savior God. That was My Savior God, right? Yeah.
turn around. 2, 3, 4,
And I may do slide 17 as the tag of that.
3, 4,
And then go ahead and pull from the screen. Instead of it just staying up there the entire turn, I'll just let all those tags be basically ad lib. Okay, do this final chorus and outro. It'll pull down there, and then this chorus will be our down chorus.
3, 4, intro. 4, 5, 6,
And then instead of stopping this, I'm gonna let the next song's intro go ahead and tell us, pull the slide down, start the next background, the next sliding cue for this new song. Because this will be a big congregational singing moment. This, how great thou art,
2,
the tag,
3,
how great thou art. We'll be washing there
4,
right into
5,
new
6.
song. And was that playlist? That was playlist 3. We needed playlist item 2.
Intro. 4, 5, 6. Verse 1.
I hope this song is still the same file that we've been using for this song. It is so far. All right, let's look at the chorus.
Chorus 1.
The other way. Yep.
Verse 2.
Should be down.
In.
Cool.
Chorus
Check the second half of this chorus.
turn around.
All right, the turn should pull the lyrics from the screen. Yep, and then verse 3.
Verse 3.
Cool. This should be the final. That should be 47. It is.
Intro 2, 3, 4.
And then we'll have playlist item 3. I'm pretty sure we just fired that. Yeah. We've got a loop because we have some encouragement here. So just a talking vamp, and then we'll be launching into the verse of the blood right here. Should be everything changed. Yep. The person I was. This is a really cool song. It's a new favorite of mine. Alright, let's just check some sections. If bridge 2 is in, we should be good for the rest of the song. Oh, that happens right before. Say one, be holy, righteous, purified and spotless. Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. Forgiven, justified, really living. Let me tell you, it's only by the blood. This is a bass song. Man, it's so good. That's right, because we ended up building back in, kind of like the live version of this. I know it was the blood. And then we'll probably do like a little vamp on that same progression here, and then we'll roll right into a host groove, which is the host pastor coming out to talk, and then band's just playing lightly behind them. Makes a pretty smooth transition if the band is carrying that moment by playing music from worship through some of our what's going on at the church and announcement type of things, and then into sermon bumper, just kind of a smoother transition from band. And it looks weird if the host pastor's coming out and we're all running off of the stage too, I think. It's like, all right, we're done. Here's the baton, we're gonna pass it and have fun. Cool. All right, so that is how I map MIDI cues. So just these MIDI notes that are happening up here, all these slides. And if I open one up, you'll see, oh, this is, yeah, that's just a MIDI note. G-1, and then it has a specific velocity down here that tells ProPresenter which slide I want. So slide 29 is 29 velocity. So, yep, that is how I map it out. Hopefully that answers some questions. And if you want to apply this to your church, you can always get me on here, get me on the phone. And I do a lot of coaching, a lot of consulting with Ableton for churches. So if you want to be part of that, then hop on in. I'd love to teach you guys how to use this program, because it's such a powerful program, and having some of this stuff automated for your weekend services makes them flow so smooth. And it helps with the peace of mind of, okay, as long as we're rolling with this track, the lyrics are going to be up in the right place. The congregation is going to be together because they can depend on those lyrics to sing. And that's really what we're doing at church. We want congregational involvement. We want them singing with us and going into the throne room worshiping God with us. And if they're in the dark lyrically, like I would be in a church service, I'd be trying to remember the lyrics of the song, unless I'm seeing them on the screen, like, oh, okay, yeah. Or in a handout, like either way. I kind of like the tactile, the physical thing. A piece of paper that we're all reading, that's a lot of printing every weekend. Some of that is by necessity too. I worked at a church where we would print the stuff, and then we got an overhead transparency, and we had somebody running the overhead transparencies that I'd print over at FedEx every weekend. And of course that guy, in true church volunteer fashion, he was missing his ring finger. So when he would push the overhead transparency up, you'd see the shadow of his hand that had 3 fingers right there up on the wall with the transparency. But having everybody know the lyrics and be able to sing together, that's such a powerful moment in church every weekend. So pretty passionate about the lyrics being right. And because of that, having something automated like this, where you have just kind of a no-brainer, let's flow through the songs and let me be in the moment and actually lead these people we're in front of through these songs. And I don't have to worry about, like somebody, if we go into a different section, somebody having to get back to the bridge or the chorus and find the slide and then being behind or whatever. Stuff can happen. And there are great ProPresenter operators out there. But I'm just saying, normally in that volunteer position, some things can happen where they get behind, and then the entire congregation is lost. And they're going, I'd love to participate, but I don't know what we're singing right now. Anyway, but if you want to jump in on that, feel free to drop me a message here, and we'll get you involved. But I hope you all have a good weekend.